for either of you after watching the film of the last 3 games? Just what do you feel like you guys have to work on, and what do you feel like you guys are working on the last 2 days in practice?
We're just going to continue to work on everything, hitting approach, swinging at good pitches, driving in runners when they're in scoring position, and pitchers are going to work on throwing strikes and just filling up the strike zone. And Coach Mee is going to work with them on everything that they need to do as far as from watching the film.
Madison, back here for you guys. I know you had higher expectations to begin this season. You're only 3 games above 500 right now. How would you describe the emotions right now in the dugout with you guys, and how can you channel maybe some of that frustration into a strong finish?
Obviously, there's some negativity going around from not performing the way we want to perform, but I think Coach Kingston does a great job of keeping us staying positive and just bringing the same composure, the same attitude each day, regardless of the result. The season's not over, so whoever's with us, we're going to continue to, battle and do everything that we can to finish the season strong. And I know that's something we will do.
Coach Kingston said that some of the hitting problems can be kind of traced back to being on the road for so long and being away from the pitching machines and so forth. How much of that has been an issue, and how much have y'all worked on those machines the last, I guess yesterday and anticipating today to kind of get back right offensively?
Yeah, I think using the pitching machine is beneficial as far as seeing velocity and staying short as far as your mechanics. So I think being on the road and only seeing just BP throwing at 60 miles an hour can maybe lengthen our swings up and get too big, because it's easy to hit home runs and drive the ball when it's coming slow. So seeing the velocity for sure makes you lock in a little more and stay short as far as your mechanics with your swing.
Last time you guys were here for a series, you're able to sweep Tennessee. Do you take that effect? What's the difference when you guys are here at home playing 3 games, knowing that you're in the comforts of your own spot, your own facilities, compared to when you go on the road?
You for sure have more confidence with your fan base, and just being at home is just different. Playing at this facility it just gives you that home feeling, and maybe we get too comfortable, I don't know, but for sure it gives you more confidence just knowing, hey, we're at home and we're going to do our job here. And we have things going our way as far as just the fan base and being in the city of Columbia.
Noah, how would you evaluate, I guess, your freshman year so far, and what have you learned the most going through SEC play, the part you have been able to go through?
I mean, I've had a pretty decent, I guess, so far freshman year, but what I've learned basically is that, I mean, it's a grind. It's a long season. By now in high school, you're done. Like, we've played, 30 some games. We'd be done in high school by now, and we still have 19 more games left here. So it's really just a grind. It's really about coming every day, ready to work and ready to get better. And, I mean, that's really what I've learned even through SEC play. You just got to be getting better every day.
No, is it, excuse me, is it hard to not allow yourself to get too frustrated when things don't go the way you want them, like the last couple of weeks?
I mean, that's kind of baseball as a whole. So I've always tried to be pretty positive in my life. So it's not been too bad for me. So I just try to stay positive, because I know at some point I'm going to keep working, I'm going to keep getting better, and it's going to help myself and the team win.
If y'all could both address this, Noah, with what you're going through now, and Madison, reflecting back on your freshman year, but so many freshmen seem to get better over the course of the season. Some seem to kind of hit a freshman wall. Madison, how hard is it to avoid kind of hitting that wall? And Noah, how do you avoid that going forward? Because, like you said, this will be the longest baseball season that you have played coming out of high school.
I think, having a good year all year, regardless of how old you are, is tough. And I don't think you have to wait to hit the wall until you start performing well. I think you can prevent that by, maintaining the right attitude each day. You don't have to wait for something bad to happen in order for the good things to happen. And sometimes it doesn't come freshman year. Sometimes it comes sophomore year or junior or senior year. But Noah's got off to a hot start, and I firmly believe he'll have a solid career each year that he's here. But for me, I did struggle freshman year, and that's my background, that's my story. Some guys are going to be different, but I just think as long as you handle that in a way that's going to better yourself and prepare you for the just the years coming up and down the road, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, to go off what he said, just staying positive is huge. And then besides that, just going back to the basics and looking at what led you to success in the past, or say in the fall scrimmages, spring scrimmages, or even the game so far. Just going back to that will always help you and continue to let you improve.
Madison, you guys are halfway through SEC play now. Is there any building sense of urgency, I guess, about, hey, we've got to kick it into gear, or maybe the postseason's at risk again?
I mean, we know we have to kick it into gear. We know what we have to do as far as how many games to win, but we can't focus on the games that we haven't played or the games that we have played. We got to focus on the game that's next. And so Coach Kingston prepares us enough to do that. We're going to watch film. We're just going to do everything to get back to what it takes to win, and not reflect so much on the past and not worry so much about the future. We're just going to take it day by day.
Madison, kind of going off that question there, how do you go about creating confidence? Because if you have that belief, I feel it can go a long way. So how do you guys do that right now to capture some magic?
Just not accepting losing, not accepting failure, and just remaining, having the uttermost confidence in yourself and in your team. Just from being a senior, I have confidence because I've been in the league for a while. I'm not going to have confidence in myself knowing that I'm good. It's just more of, I know what it takes to win in this league, and I'm going to, have confidence in my team of how I can prepare them, and have confidence in the coach to trust him that he's going to prepare us for the games. So I think it's just remaining relentlessly positive and just trusting the coach, and just having a positive mindset even though we are struggling, and just keep going on.
Madison, that LSU series last year in Baton Rouge was a pretty emotional one as you guys were pushing to try and get towards the postseason. Do you feel those emotions at all coming about now, where you compare it to last year, the grind, knowing that, okay, we have some ground to make up? Do you allow yourself to think that way? I know you just mentioned take it game by game, but you're starting to feel any of that as the Tigers now come here?
No, we don't compare it to last year. Like I said, we know what we have to do, and we have a big weekend series coming up. So we're going to focus on this series with LSU and do everything that we can to make the postseason, and not compare it to last year.